This is part two because we were having technical difficulties in part one. But as I've been saying ever since I met this person, she and I both having technical difficulties because there's some forces that just don't want us to connect. But that's going to happen anyway. Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. So anyway, I'm waiting on this delivery, but the people that are delivering it, they're kind of like a low budget delivery company. But I didn't choose them. The department store that I did business with chose them, and so it's kind of funny, but they just like a broken down. So you gotta expect what you gotta expect, but I'm not worried. Uh, and it's getting late. Contacted them on their website, nothing happened. So I just called the 800 number, and some answer machine came on. So nobody's here to take your call, and just hung up on me. That shit was funny because they broken down. You know what I'm saying? Broken down delivery company, but they claim to be open till like 9, and that's not till 40 minutes from now. So we don't know when they coming, if they coming. But you never know. And so anyway, so I had two browsers open. So everybody's advertising the second browser. I never really use it because it takes too long. And that browser caused this browser to kind of act up, and then it also caused it hard for me to get to the video and or get to the audio. So then I said, let me go ahead and save this audio, just make part one, part two, because I could tell just based on everything that has been happening and just me knowing life. So I was able to save it, and that's what's up. So we're gonna try to go back in. Oh, but let me do this first. Let me do this first. All right. So this person's guardian angel's name is Aladaya. Aladaya is one of the 72 angels bearing the name of God Simham-Foray or Simham-Foray. And I also gave you looks like 5 different websites that do pretty good horoscopes and stuff. So you want to see which ones you like and use them, because the horoscopes will tell you stuff too. They'll warn you. So you got to be very, and they'll tell you when you have money, and they'll tell you also if you're about to get in an accident or whatever. And when you use tarot.com, they give you 5 different tabs, so you can use those. And the numerology from tarot.com will always tell you if it's a good money day or not. Just like we did that today, showed all these questions about money, because people got to pay their bills. And if you got mental concerns, you definitely gonna have to be financially aware. Oh yeah, I want to start this off with a good testimony, because somebody contacted me and wanted to get the angel card reading. So I was just in one of my moods because dealing with certain people. But I'm here to teach. Like I said, I'm here to help. I'm here to teach. I'm not really here. I've never been one to get down with the BS. So want to keep it professional, but I also want to tell the truth. Because believe me, a lot of people have turned this into just making money. They'll tell you anything and charge you way more than what I'm charging. So I don't get down like that. I'm not with the punk stuff. But I wanted to make my point, and I just feel better when I tell the truth, and people can hear it in my voice because I feel better. But all that other stuff, I can't. Start getting sick to the stomach. Yeah, I start getting a headache because I don't like lying, and if something needs to be said, I want to be able to just say it, not to hurt nobody's feelings, but I'm just a different person. So I just said how I felt it. I called it how I saw it. And if you listen to that reading, the video that's right before the other one, it says part one. Listen to that video. You could tell the reading got better as soon as I just stopped holding it in. The reading got way better. And just the spirit, it's energy. So the spirit is going to flow better because it's energy. And they work off truth. They're not with the BS either. So she wrote me back and said, she said, thank you. She said, thank you for being really honest and open. That's what I needed. She said, I'd rather have the truth. So I helped her. She explained her situation to me a little bit. And then she went and got the twin flame natal chart analysis. So first she did the natal chart. First she did the angel card reading. Very, very affordable. And then when she saw that maybe this guy is her twin, she wants to go deeper. So she used common sense. So that's what it's about. I don't mean no disrespect, but all this love stuff, believe me, who don't want to be in love? Who don't want to have that beautiful twin flame love? But from me studying it, in the beginning, even they admit it. Look up the stages of twin flame. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But they tell you the stages of twin flame will be very dynamic, very beautiful, and passionate love and everything. But then for some reason it goes bad. And now you go into you're chasing them, they running from you. You stop chasing them, they start chasing you. It goes into all this childish like BS. And like, man, I didn't come to this earth for that. Like, I don't know what kind of contract or what kind of deal I made, but I'm sure. Even when you do my numerology, like you get ready to hear this woman's numerology, the guy will even tell you, he said, I'm not the type of dude that's going, like, I'm looking at the world. Like, it's people in the world that need to be enlightened. There's people in the world that need to be saved. I refuse to sit here worrying about, oh, your hair or your nails or some foolish shit. I got things to get done. I'm not into that. So I'm just a different type, and I did all that relationship early in my life. So it's cool, but it's just got to be more mutual. And if you chasing somebody that's posting other women on their Facebook pages and stuff like that, and you still chasing them, you're going to get sick of doing it. At first, you're going to say, oh, it's from the universe. Oh, it's my twin flame. Oh, I can make it. I can show him that I really love him. And then he'll come around. And then when it don't happen, when you think it should happen, you're going to get sick of that. Then you're going to forget. That's what I told that other person. I said, oh, no, no. No, this is my twin. I'm going to do what the universe says. I said, and I told them everything you can expect. No. And they tried it until that pain started hurting. Then they had to come running back. They left me, went to all these other psychics and card readers, thinking they're going to get a different whatever. And all they got was, like they said, smoke. Smoke blowing up their ass, take your money and keep it moving. So they ended up coming back to me. So it can be done. I'm not saying it can't be done. But I'm saying you got to have your own life. You got to have your own self-esteem. And that person's got to know they got to do something too. And the universe is working it out. Just don't stay negative. Don't stay bitter. Don't wish that somebody get hurt or nothing like that. Just do you. And let the universe work it out. And if you're able to, you can check in on that person every now and then. And see if they've matured in any stuff like that. But this is not something that's going to, for the most part, it's not going to happen overnight. But the thing you're supposed to be doing is just growing with the universe. And I gave more advice in that other video, so you should check it out. But essentially, you should let your person know, I think we're twin souls. If you don't know what that is, you can check it out on YouTube, or if you let me explain it to you, I'll explain it to you. And this is how you can contact me. And if they just look at you like you're stupid, or, they act like they don't care, or they throw the number away or whatever, then they're not ready. That's the end of it. If somebody's posting up pictures of somebody else talking about, this is my wife, or this is my girl, I love her, then they're not ready for you. And like I said, mine was I just been here long enough to know the BS. So when I saw mine looking at me with a demise, I didn't know nothing about twin flame, but I knew I didn't want it, and I knew, quite convenient. You got to be at my job with all this lovey-dovey talk. I said, I guarantee she gets me fired, and that's exactly what happened. And it's not because I spoke it into reality, or if you had did it this way, they even tell you, even if I had been lovey-dovey back with her, it still was gonna break up, and she still was gonna be evil, just like she's a very evil person. And all that shit. I was tired of the bullshit. So sometimes you got to stand like Ariel tells you. You got to be courageous and strong, because that's how you get the universe respect. Believe it or not. And even your twin flame will be like, oh, he's not the one. He's not the one I'm going to be playing these games with. I got other plans, and they don't include going back to when I was 13 years old. Sorry. So that's what's up with that. Now we can continue. So I'm glad that she wasn't upset by me telling the truth. And I'm glad that she continues services with me. Now, I'm just trying to see if my browser, because this browser is really terrible. I'm probably, for the benefit, I'm probably just going to go ahead and close it. If I can, because it's this browser, this other one, that's messing up everything. They try to advertise it like it's so good, but it's not. Alright, it closed. Give me a second. Still looking around at everything. Oh, everybody's praying for me. I put in a lot of prayer requests today. A lot of people are praying for me. I'm very thankful for that. Stay prayed up. All this help is available, and people are so stupid. You let the third dimensional matrix tell you, oh, it ain't no God, oh, be atheist, oh, blah 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 blah. All this help you could have, and then people go to the dark side. But if you get the dark side's help, that's like you owe them. They're not just gonna come help you for no reason. All right. So now we're going to try it again. We're going to try numerologist.com again. This is where we got froze up. But again, we didn't get froze up because of that website. We got froze up because I had that second browser open. That second browser really be tripping, man. So this is Get. You are listening to Archangel, Revelations and Prophecies. Fo. How many times I got to tell you? Man, broken down delivery company. That shit was funny. You don't know when they come. You don't know if they come and when they come. You can't check on nothing. You call that customer service. Nobody's here to take your call. Click. Boo. All right, man. Give me a second. I'm putting in the input data. Now I want you to especially listen to what's saying. So if you're not paying attention, wake up. Wake up. Don't ever go to sleep on me. I am a master teacher, and I will be respected as such. Oh, all right, now I'm going to put in some of this information. And I want everybody to listen because this is going to be a good one. We're getting to the bottom of everything. We're going to find out why the dark side don't want us connecting. All right, give me a second. All right, you'll hear this guy's voice in a little bit.
Hi, Marie. Thanks for requesting your free numerology reading here at numerologist.com. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a quick yet deeply revealing analysis of your unique numerology chart based on your given name and date of birth. Mary, there are 5 elements that form the core of your chart and that most massively impact your life. They are the life path, birthday number, soul urge, expression, and personality number. And by intimately understanding your numbers, you'll uncover many fascinating truths about who you are, how others perceive you, and the unique opportunities that lay ahead. The most important number in your numerology chart is your life path. It reveals your most fulfilling life direction and the major lessons you're here to learn. It highlights the specific opportunities and challenges you'll encounter, and your unique personality traits that will help you on your journey. Your life path is calculated by simply adding up the digits of your date of birth. Your life path number is a 9, and this tells me a lot about you. Mary, you are an old soul. You are wise beyond your years and possess deep intelligence, intuition, and psychic ability. You have a great sense of knowingness and tend to predict things before they happen. You're highly sensitive and feel a wide range of emotions, and that's because, as a 9, you embody the vibrations of all the other numbers. You experience the greatest extremes of happiness and sorrow, yet you always bounce back and move on quickly. You seek knowledge and growth and have a strong sense of mission in life. People are naturally drawn to your warm and welcoming nature. You're often accused of being a bit of a daydreamer, but that's because your creativity and wild imagination never ceases. When you're dedicated to your goals, you exhibit a strong sense of character. Continue to listen to your intuition, and you'll effortlessly achieve your full life path potential. Next, let's look at what is known as your expression. This is another extremely important element in your numerology chart, as it highlights your natural talents and abilities, many you likely didn't know you had. It's often called the destiny number because it reveals a great deal about your potential and what you're meant to accomplish in this lifetime. While your life path is calculated using your date of birth, your expression is calculated by analyzing the letters of your full name at birth. Why your name? It represents the inheritance of your personal history up to the moment of your birth. Each letter and corresponding number, like a mosaic, combine to form the complete picture of who you are and who you're meant to be. Your name at birth is said to be the blueprint of your potential. To get a free personalized expression reading based on your full name, please enter it below.
All right, we're gonna do that now. Okay, you'll hear his voice in a little bit.
Hey again. I'm so glad you decided to stick around and get your personalized expression reading based on your full name at birth. As you'll see for yourself in just a moment, your expression number, or what is sometimes referred to as your destiny number, is one of the most telling elements in your numerology chart. Unlike your life path number, which uncovers your most fulfilling life direction and the major lessons you're meant to learn along the way, your expression number produces a highly potent and accurate profile of who you are and the magic you put out into the world. It reveals the innate gifts you were born with and predicts your ultimate potential. Your expression number is calculated by adding up all the digits that correspond to the letters of your birth name using the Pythagorean alphabet. It can be a bit time-consuming to do the math by hand, so I took the liberty of calculating and interpreting your expression number for you. Mary, based on my calculations, your expression number is 9, and after getting to know you a bit better, it's really no surprise. 9 is the number of quiet power. You're independent, compassionate, and highly sensitive. While you have strong emotions, you have more resilience and tolerance than most. You see disappointment as opportunity and challenge as adventure, and because of this, you're always progressing and expanding. Your greatest gift is your ability to recover quickly from setbacks. Your get up and try again attitude is the key to your success, so keep it up. You've probably found that failure only knocks at your door when you focus too much time and energy on obtaining material wealth and power, and that's because you're more spiritually evolved than most. You believe that winning is about coming out right rather than coming out on top. You have a rare gift of unmatched compassion and wisdom. Continue to cultivate this and channel your power into helping others, and you'll bring joy and success into the lives of everyone around you, including yourself. Mary, please know that there is still so much left to explore in your unique numerology chart. And if you'll allow me, I'd like to give you even more insight into your life, relationships, and true purpose by analyzing your soul urge number. Your soul urge number, also called your heart's desire number, represents the inner you. It exposes your hidden motivations, deepest cravings and urges, likes and dislikes. It reveals the true intention behind most of your actions and decisions. In just a minute, you'll discover your soul urge number and meaning. But first, to make sure this reading is as customized and accurate as possible to your current life circumstances, I just need a bit more information from you. Please go ahead and enter it now below. You'll also see that we ask for your email address. This is so we can send you written transcripts of your personalized reading, so you can refer back to anytime you'd like. When you enter your email address, you'll also become part of our thriving community and receive regular updates, special invites, and content from our panel of expert columnists. This is completely optional, but we'd hate to see you miss out on the few surprises we have planned for you. So if you'd like to stick with us, leave your best email address below. Also, before you continue, I have a very quick favor to ask you. If you're finding this numerology reading to be of any value to you, please take a second to click on the blue Facebook share button below. This will give your Facebook friends the opportunity to explore their hidden personality traits and life potential with a free numerology reading, just like you're doing now. And it'll help us keep this service free of charge. But don't worry, we won't share your date of birth or any other personal information, and you won't leave this page. When you click share below, a new Facebook window will open. Simply hit the share link button inside that window, and there you have it. Your Facebook friends will be blown away, and you'll be right back here where you left off in a few seconds flat. Then, please double check that the information you entered is accurate, and then click the Continue with my free reading button to dive even deeper into your numerology chart.
All right, you kind of left me at a dilemma because you selected married, but you're also asking questions about the twin flame. So in order for me to do that correctly, because he's answering based on what you choose. So in order to deal with anything that's because he called you an old soul, that usually means you lived here before, you're reincarnated, something like that. So to get a better understanding, if you're asking about a twin flame, there's only one other route to take. For the marital status, we have to choose divorce because there's no such thing as separated. Because if you say married, he's not necessarily gonna talk about twin souls or nothing like that, you know. So we got to choose like divorce means like he's searching, and he'll give you a wider answer. If you say married, he's not gonna search.
I've got all the information I need to complete your personalized numerology reading, and you guessed it, I saved the best for last. Now, a word of caution. The information I'm about to share with you is incredibly intimate and may raise a hair or two. Most people are often shocked at the accuracy of these readings, and I think you will be too after you hear the intriguing truths I've discovered about your personality, hidden motivations, and true purpose. If you choose to listen on, do so with an open mind, and this insight is sure to bring you immeasurable rewards. I'll start by examining your soul urge number. Your soul urge, also called your heart's desire, shows what your soul needs to grow and evolve in life and relationships. Like your expression number, it's derived from assigning numerical values to the letters of your full birth name using the Pythagorean alphabet. Except, in the case of your soul urge, you look only at the vowels. Here's why. Consonants are pronounced with sharp edges and have a definitive beginning or end. They represent your public personality and the traits you outwardly share with the world. On the other hand, vowels are pronounced from free-flowing breath and have softer edges. They represent the true, tender, and often hidden you, and reveal your deepest soul urges, many you likely didn't know you had. The famous Renaissance doctor, translator, and astrologer, Marsilio Ficino, devoted much of his life to studying the incredible ways one's life improves when he or she follows the promptings of the soul. The benefits he encountered were undeniable. So, are you curious to know what your soul urge says about you? After analyzing the vowels of your full birth name, I've discovered that your soul urge number is 1. Whether you know it yet or not, you are a born leader with incredible talent and creativity. You aren't afraid to take risks or venture into the unknown. You have a strong calling to be an entrepreneur, expert, or authority in your field. While you're always ready to jump at an opportunity to get ahead, you remain honest and true to yourself, which is admirable. You very much dislike being micromanaged at work or in your personal life, and refuse to play second fiddle or give in to the demands of others unless to avoid serious conflict. If you tend to butt heads with other authoritative figures, it's only because your soul's urge is to be in the lead, not to be carried along behind it. Because you're so determined and ambitious, there is little that can hurt you more than someone else taking credit for what you have done. Keep your confidence up and don't lose sight of your unique vision, and there's no doubt that you'll achieve the status, recognition, and opportunities your soul craves. When it comes to relationships, you take charge and tend to be the one who calls the shots. But because you're so used to being in charge, you must make a concerted effort to not come across too overbearing or uncompromising. You deeply treasure your independence, so you're very careful with who you give your attention and devotion to. When you do open your heart to someone, you love fiercely and loyally. But that's not all I've discovered about you. Like an onion, you have many, many layers, and after digging a little deeper into your numerology chart, I can see that you have plenty of unique traits and personality quirks left to explore. Mary, I get a sense that you're a bit old-fashioned. You probably save letters and greeting cards because of their sentimental value. I feel that you're looked upon by your friends and family as the responsible one. You likely find yourself organizing gatherings, helping loved ones plan weddings, and taking charge of family affairs. While you have a domestic side, I don't get the image of you constantly cooking or cleaning. Rather, I see you as a bit of a philosopher and a dreamer. You're expressive, creative, and although you have far more wisdom than you did 10, 20, or 30 years ago, you could pass for a much younger woman. I believe that you could be quite sensitive about your age, but you're much more attractive and well-balanced than you give yourself credit for. I also sense that you're a hopeless romantic and well-liked by almost everyone. I don't see you as a manipulative lady or a game player of any sorts. While my feeling is that your career is chugging along, you're probably overqualified and underpaid for the job you do and a bit bored with it. Where relationships are concerned, I get the sense that you're in a rut. Chances are you have a marriage or long-term relationship behind you that represents unrequited love. Maybe he was the right guy, but the timing was off. Or you were separated for the wrong reasons. There is definitely unfinished business here, and it's taken you a while to heal and move on because once you commit yourself to a person, you stay committed. I sense that you've experienced an off-again, on-again relationship with a man who was more of a friend. It was comfortable and secure, but I don't believe you were truly in love with this man. I think he probably had more feelings for you than you had for him, but you enjoyed spending time with him as it was better than being alone. Mary, my feeling is that you don't put up with a lot of foolishness from men. You are independent and not easily impressed, though through no fault of your own, you have a tendency of attracting men who are not right for you. This likely brings about feelings of anger, disappointment, and hostility. You've probably gone through periods of swearing off men and assuming you will be alone in life, but I don't think that's what the universe has in store for you. In fact, now more than ever before, you are at a stage in your life where you need love, companionship, passion, and romance, as this will become your fountain of youth. However, you must learn to let your defenses down to welcome in the right man. He may not be perfect, but he will be perfect for you. You need to be the one to let him in. It is often said that you have to kiss 10 frogs before you find the prince, and my feeling is that you've had your fair share of frogs. I sense that your soulmate is younger than you, maybe up to 4 or 5 years younger. He will be totally committed to you and looking for love. There's a strong potential that he will have been previously married to the wrong woman, or perhaps he will still be married when you meet him and on the verge of divorce. It's possible this is a man you work with or met through your career. While you've been spending a lot of time reflecting on your past over the last little while, do not compare this new love to past love. There is a lot of intrigue, happiness, and excitement in your future, especially within the next 11 months. So, break your past patterns, let go of old routines, and welcome this change into your life. You've paid your dues. Now it's time to reap the rewards you so greatly deserve. This may be hard to believe, but the information I've shared with you over the last few minutes barely scratches the surface of what I can discover about you by digging deeper into your numerology chart. After just looking at your life path, expression, and soul urge numbers, I can say that you have a truly unique number combination. In fact, there's nothing I'd love more than to spend hours exploring every aspect of your chart. And that includes analyzing the numbers that appear to be missing altogether. But as you can probably imagine, our resources are limited, and we have to draw the line somewhere with how much information we can freely give away, without even being sure yet that you're ready to go deeper and experience the powerful, yet often confronting truths hidden in your personal numerology chart. So far, I've just given you a brief overview, but if you're open to it, I'd like to send you your complete numerology report, where I'll take a deep dive into every single element of your chart to reveal many more obscure facets of your personality and ultimate potential. For example, I can look at your 4th core number to determine the closest thing you have to a superpower, or tell you the ways you can bring more success and joy into your life by examining your hidden passion number. Your personality number will reveal what your friends or even strangers think about you. And after looking into your rational thought number, I'll be able to tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, the quickest way you can solve any problem or hit those big goals. Then there's your karmic lessons, planes of expression, balance number, challenge numbers, and pinnacles, which reveal the 4 biggest obstacles you'll face in your lifetime and how to overcome them. So, as you can see, there's a lot left to discover. And frankly, most of it is far too personal to share with you here. I'd much prefer to thoughtfully decipher your calculations and send you a private report that you can print out and pore through while curled up on the couch with a cup of tea, almost as if a master numerologist is there with you conducting a personal reading in your living room. So, if you're ready, just click the button below, and within seconds, we'll get to work compiling your complete numerology report that includes not only expanded versions of the readings I just gave you, but detailed and thorough interpretations of every single element in your chart. That's over 900 individual calculations, all about you. Trust me when I say this will be unlike anything you've read before. You'll uncover the different facets of your personality that combine to make you the person you are, including characteristics you thought no one knew about. You'll finally make sense of the struggles and setbacks you faced in your life and how to breeze over them the next time they appear. You'll discover your most precious gifts and talents and how to use them to improve your career and relationships. And with daily readings for the next 2 years, plus monthly predictions for the next 9 years, you'll know exactly how to wake up every single day feeling blissfully happy. It's my goal to make sure you never miss another opportunity or experience a surprise.
All right, so he's going to send you an email with all that information. What he's offering is $37. That's totally up to you. All right, now, final thing we got to do is the time for your natal chart. The archangels came up with the time because I asked what was the time of your birth. But this is very interesting. First card was 3, Zekael. He's a third house Gemini, and I keep telling you guys how important Gemini is for communications, and you're not going to have a relationship with your twin until you learn how to talk with them. Both of y'all got to open up, talk to each other. You're not going to have a soulmate relationship with your twin until you guys start to talk. The sex part, all that is the 8th house, Scorpio, and you're not going to last. You're going to have crazy sex, and that still ain't going to keep you together. In fact, I'm saying it's going to help split you apart even faster. You have to have communication. Next one is Zekael. Again, he came up again, Zekael, 2 different cards. But that's 3-3. All right? And then Sandalphon came up, which is 12. And Michael came up. But Michael's card will always be the AM. Because Michael, like, his represent. He's known as the Sun Angel. Just in case people don't know that. So if Michael comes up, that's like AM automatically. If Hanael comes up, you know that's a moon card. Because she tells you about the moon cycles. That's PM. So Michael came up first. So you know you're dealing with an AM time frame. And then Zekael, again. So he's telling you something about twin flames. And then a twin soul. So that's 3-3. And then Sandalphon came up last, which is number 12. The 12th house is Pisces of the zodiac. So you know there's no such thing as 312. Well, I mean, it's something like, there's no such thing as a 3-3-12 or nothing like that. This goes 3-3-12. So the only other thing you can do, especially since you're looking at AM, is go backwards. Go 12-3-3. And that will lead you to 12:33 AM. And because you have so many synchronicities and stuff like that, it sounds logical. Now, I wouldn't know. I'm only going by what I'm shown. But it would sound logical that you would have some type of strange number like that, 12:33 AM. Because if you think about it, 12 is 1, 2 is 3. You would have 3:33 AM, and you have a lot of weird number synchronicities going on. But to be honest with you, whether it's 12:33 AM or 3:33 AM, the bottom line is that's the same. Like, you give like 1 hour, 2 hour tolerances before or after, because that's what we got to go with at this point. All right, I'm gonna put this on pause, do a little bit of work, and I'll be back. And I'll be working on your natal chart. Yeah, I do believe my sister that's a C sent you to me, because even at 3:33 AM birth date, that is the birth date of my niece, and my niece is a split image of my sister, my deceased sister. In fact, and they got, like, our family has a strange thing with the number 5 and the number 25, and it was kind of like you could kind of tell that my sister was on her way out, because by the time my niece was born, my sister, she was too hyper, so they had already put her on medication and like mellow her out, so she would just be sitting there for the most part. And then here you have was this little girl coming to look just like her, and the little girl was kind of like aggressive, just like she is and was. And I remember one time that little girl, my sister was actually in my niece's way, and my niece was just a little girl, and she literally pushed my sister out the way. It was metaphysic, like as to say your time is up. And I was sitting there watching the whole thing, and you know, because my sister was like the boss of everything. She had like the big balls, and to see this little girl like push out the way. So yeah, I'm pretty sure my sister. So that's who turned your whatever you were listening to, and they kept turning it on me. That was her doing that. Cause she comes back a lot, cause she's still the big boss. All right. So now, stick with me, y'all. So this delivery never came from that broken down delivery spot. So I gotta send them a letter, find out what happened. Because they obviously don't care. Anytime you call up a delivery place and they go, there's nobody here, they take your call and hang up on you. That's just like saying we could care less what you think. We could care less how you feel. We don't care about customer service. All right, so let me send them another. It only take a second. Everybody calm down. We getting ready to go into the natal chart. That's like the main event. See, even it says 3:31 a.m. and 3:29 a.m. So you keep seeing all these threes. All right. See, it's just a way to do business, and I don't always like doing business that way, but you know, I'll be right back. All right, give me a moment. Trying to get everything organized here. I don't know. Okay. Give me a second. I just gotta upload it. I'm uploading part 1 of this video because we're now in part 2, this due to technical difficulties. So you saw what he did when I put in see, if I had put in married, he might not have said too much about soul, but he did say something about a soulmate. So I hope you were listening. But he did that primarily because I said divorce. Otherwise, he wouldn't have searched for it. And somebody else told me Michael the Archangel is showing up in a lot of readings and stuff. I said, yeah, he's busy telling everybody to be safe. He warned me yesterday about something. I don't know. But I'm okay. All right, give me a second. Trying to get all this together. Alright, so the video is now loading. But what a lot of people don't understand too, like as long as people keep the interest up on this twin flame thing, it'll help it too, because it's all about energy. So all these people that are running around in a way, it's a good thing. Da, 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 da. All right. Now, we're going to get your chart to do your natal reading, and that will conclude this after we get the reading. Come on, man. All I'm doing now is inputting information to get the chart. Please bear with me. All right. Now I'm checking all the data to make sure it's correct before I press enter, because that will create. All right, it is. We did it. right. I just got to do one thing, but I don't know why this thing is saying. Oh, I know why. Okay. All right. All right, now sun sign Taurus, moon sign Taurus. You got 8 with your moon sign. With the moon sign, you got the 8, which is going to take you to the 8th house, dealing with finances and karma, past life. So we're just going to look at a little numerology before we get started. 8:49, 10:57. Now, everywhere I'm going for numerology will be in the numerology portion on your natal chart worksheet that you're going to receive. So you can go to those pages if you want and check them out yourself, because you can get more information, because I can only read but so much. 15:53, 16:19. All right. I'm just counting your houses because that's important. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 9, 10, 10. All right. So that's how we're going to count it. Give me a moment. All right, we'll do number 1619 first. Angel number 1619 is a prompt to get on with important aspects of your life, as it is time for you to detach yourself from your old and outdated ideas and items and let go and release the old. It is a message that assures you that whatever leaves your life at this time will be replaced with new and better. Be open to receiving all you deserve as you are ready for an upgrade in your life. Remember, this is divine timing. So it doesn't matter that this natal chart or these numbers are from your birth. Has nothing to do with that. It's divine timing. Just like when you heard my voice, divine timing. You went to sleep the next night or whatever it was, you heard the voice again. Divine timing. This is the universe saying it's a wake-up call. Angel number 1619 is a message from your angels to trust that the most suited and appropriate career choice, hobby, or interest will present in your life, and your angels encourage you to take up the opportunity. I'm going to read that again. Angel number 1619 is a message from your angels to trust that the most suited and appropriate career choice, hobby, or interest will present in your life, and your angels encourage you to take that opportunity. Angel number 1619 can also suggest that you are at the end of a phase or cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort and guide you towards your next step. Happiness and fulfillment await you with your new about to enter your life. And they say new in parentheses. They're telling you a new is coming, and they put new in parentheses. Now we'll do angel number 1553. Angel number, give me a second. Angel number 1553. Oh, and that 1619 was for your ascendant, which is Capricorn, which is interesting because Capricorn is going to take you to your 10th house as well. That's also your ascendant. Capricorn rules your 10th house. And your 10th house should be career, but I'm not going to speak on it until I get there. I want to make sure the count is correct. Angel number 1553 is a message from your angels that the changes that you are considering or currently experiencing are for your long-term benefit, and you are safe in their undertaking. All has come about for a higher reason, and these changes are stepping stones along your life path. The choices and decisions you have made and the actions you have taken will lead to better in your life, and you are encouraged to stay brave, courageous, and optimistic. And that's why you might have saw Ariel in your readings. And you will soon see these positive changes taking effect. Angel number 1553 may also be suggesting that you are feeling confused or indecisive because you do not have enough information needed to make a conclusive decision or a choice. Listen to your inner wisdom and intuition and trust that you have all the skills, talents, and abilities needed to find success with new opportunities presenting through your choices. Your angels and masters are guiding, supporting, and assisting you through this time. Now, what I'm going to do by this number 1553 on your natal worksheet, I'm going to put a link to a website that deals with getting supernatural help. And when you open it, when you go into you open up the link, you click the link, the video opens up, the video comes out. Go into the description box, and in that description box will be different articles, but in those articles will be a list of 1-800 toll-free prayer numbers, because that's what you'll need. And you go into any kind of operation, I suggest you get the power of people praying, you get the power of the angels. I've seen it too long to know that it does work. I don't have time for people talking crazy, telling don't work, it ain't no God, all kind of crazy stuff. If that's how you want to spend your life, fine. But you better worry about the afterlife. And I guarantee they say there are no atheists in foxholes. So if bullets started flying over your head, I'm pretty sure you would start crying out to somebody, even if it's your mommy. But you're going to cry out. So let's stop acting foolish. I'm saying to everybody, anybody that believes that nonsense. Your angels and the masters are guiding, supporting, and assisting you through this time. They say keep using positive affirmations, because I can't read all of this, but I'll try to get to the main things, because you can read it again if you like. Changes are going to bring about solutions and or answers, and it's going to bring you new opportunities to take advantage of. Know that these changes will be of long-term benefit to you and are in alignment with your soul mission. Call upon the angels and the masters to guide and assist you through. Stay positive. Angel number 1553 encourages you to dream big for greater heights and dig a little deeper. Do not be afraid to dream. Desire to ask for more. Never be afraid to strive for and attain your dreams. You have them for a reason. Be bold and courageous. So that sounds a lot like Ariel. Ariel tells you stuff like that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ariel came out in your reading about prosperity. I think she did. Yes, she did. So Ariel's with you. All right, let's continue. Now what I want to start right now is, let me see if I can find it. I found it. Very, very good. All right, in this video, we're going to be all right, that was pretty good. Welcome in Spirit video got 9 likes at 122 views, 9 likes, but that's not bad for the likes, because my channel, that's my spiritual channel. Not too many people go there, but that's the channel to be at. That's the foundation. Without that channel, there'd be none of this. People don't get it. So when you go to that video, that's going to be at your number 1553. It says help. Just open it up. It's a lot of articles, article-based articles, articlebase.com, and you'll have 1-800 lines, contact points, and you can get people praying. You can also go to websites like prayerrequest.com, waxdog.com/pray, www.2prayer.com. Go there and just start dropping prayer requests. You have the whole world, the whole world will be praying for you. So the power increases. It's all about energy and believing in that energy and putting that energy to work. All right. Now we're gonna do angel number 2, and that was for your sun sign, Taurus, and they were telling you to believe. Think changes are coming. These changes are for the better. Next number we're gonna do, excuse me. Next number we're going to do is 849, not 849, 1057. Give me a moment. $10.57. I'm gonna put this on pause. I'll be back. All right, we're back. Now, what number did we watch? I think I said. Okay, good. 1057. That is the number. Angel number 1057 tells us that both rest and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth. So they're telling you to rest, but also exercise. And that's what Sandalphon told you. I think Sandalphon was the one that told you to be gentle at this time. And you are encouraged to take time to look after your well-being on all levels. Some study and our research, because that's really a lot of people on this twin flame journey, and you don't know how important that study and research is. It's not going to be easy, and it's designed to be that way. Everybody's crying, where's my twin? Why is my twin doing? Why won't my twin do this? When will me and my twin be together? Is my twin thinking of me? The best thing you can do is start learning this stuff you hear us talking about out here. Learning this higher than third dimensional thinking, and trusting the universe to do its job. And the best thing, like I said, if you've talked to your twin, if your twin, you told them about twin flame, if they know how to contact you, at some point they have to grow up a little bit, because nothing's going to happen until they're willing to do some form of commitment. If they're playing games and all that other stuff, they're not ready, and nothing you can really do is going to make them ready. But the more you make yourself ready, the more you're speeding up the possibilities of them growing up a little bit. So that's why they're telling this person to read and study. They're stopping somebody that's a worker. This person is working. As you can see, they're used to having money, and they're always doing stuff like that. They're working. But now they're being put in a situation where they're not going to be able to work, because now it's time to study, exercise, get yourself healing, and get proper rest. So they're telling you to have some study or research into a new interest or passion may be a benefit to you. And that's what Hanael said. Hanael just said that. Some study and or research into a new interest or passion may be a benefit to you. Angel number 1057 is telling you to take new ways to expand your spirituality and spiritual path. So you may be feeling urges and inklings toward pursuing a new and or different path that will fuel your passions and interests. Listen to your intuition as your angels are guiding you towards new knowledge, wisdom, and opportunities to express your truths. So they're saying these new changes will benefit you in a new way, in a positive way. Keep up the great work you have been doing. Stay happy and optimistic within, and this will be reflected in your life. Your positive thoughts, beliefs, and optimism will manifest great success, happiness, and fulfillment in your life. And now what was that for? Angel number 1057 was for Scorpio, your medium Coeli. And now we're going to do your moon sign Taurus has 849. So now we're going to do 849. Angel number 849 suggests that the guidance you have been receiving through your intuitive thoughts, feelings, and visions are directly connected to your divine life purpose, and your angels ask that you must trust these messages and promptings and take positive action as guided. So again, they're telling you it's time that you will follow these. However they've been trying to communicate with you, they're telling you it's time to follow it. Angel number 849 is a powerful message from your angels, indicating they are supporting your divine life purpose and encouraging you to take up a spiritually based profession, practice, or career, or service-based project or venture. Know that you are on the right path in all ways in your life, and the angels urge you to continue with enthusiasm and passion. Angel number 849 indicates that you may feel prompted to be of service to others and humanity in general. Trust that you have all the abilities, skills, and talents you need to fill your life working duties and destiny. Know that only you can fulfill your soul mission and life purpose. Take responsibility for your own growth in all aspects of your life and focus positively on your energies. Be your own powerful guide and live your life as a positive example to others. Express your truths every day and know that you were born for great things. All right. Now I want to do something else. Excuse me. Alright. Give me a second. I'm trying to clear a few things out. Alright, what is this? What is this? Alright, that's going to be deleted. Alrighty. So now we're going back into the natal chart itself. But on your worksheet, your natal, your natal worksheet, you got to see I'm doing a billion things at once. Because I know you got a part 1 and part 2. This is actually part 2. I was wondering if I should send you your part 1, but it's not loaded anyway. So until it becomes public, because it's not fully loaded, there's no sense in sending it, so I'll wait. Okay, so if you've got questions about karma, we give you 2 websites that people can look up. If they know how to put the information in, it'll be good. If not, we do offer that as a service. But either way, you got the websites. So you really don't need us unless you want to use us. Natal chart numerology, 3 different websites you can go through if you got any questions. Right there. And right there in the video I sent you is right here anyway. How to overcome negative energies or harassing spirits. And that'll help you with just prayer and all that. When you go into a situation, medical, whatever, make sure you stay prayed up because it's going to make a difference in a positive way. Then some people have things going on with Capricorn and Cancer that deals with the gods coming in due to Capricorn and Cancer. Santos is the one that found that out. Santos explains it way better than me. So what I did now, you click on that link, it takes you right to Santos, and you can watch his videos if you're interested, because he'll explain it way better than me. Now we're ready to go around your natal chart. I am now pulling that natal chart up. As soon as I find it. All right. I'm gonna pause this. I've been taking. I don't know what's been wrong, but I know because I had a shovel. I had a shovel like two days ago, and ever since I've been having cough, which I never have a cough like this, and I was real tired for a while. So I've had them cough drops now for at least a good year or a year and a half. I've never had to use them, and now I'm almost through the whole. And I had like 3 different boxes. One of them boxes is almost gone. All right, so I'll be back in well, to y'all it'll be like a second. To me it'll be a couple of minutes. All right, so now this is the part where you really have to listen up, because this is the part a lot of people I still don't understand, and I'm like, I just went over everything. Like, how can you not understand? So we'll go in now. If you look at your ascendant, you think that would be your first house, but I did the count and it's not. Your ascendant is in your 12th house actually, so we're not going to do that house yet. We're going to go to your first house, which is where Aquarius is. And you have Aries, and you have the Eastern Point, and you have Chiron. So what I want to do first is on your worksheet, you'll see I say natal chart numerology. There is a website there that says prophecylastdays.webs.com/natal chart astrology. We're going to open that up so that we can do the numerology on the chart. And that should be the only thing we need to all right. So I got good news. A doubter has decided to accept my services, because they tried to make me feel like I had to explain something to them. I was like, why do I got to explain anything to you? Don't you see the videos? I'm confident in myself. So then they didn't say nothing. So then, since they wanted references, at the same time I had all these people that were sending me really good emails, so I started forwarding to her. So she took. So I like to have fun with this. You have to understand. It's got to be fun. It's got to be fun. You don't want to be mad and bitter. You don't want to be like that loser that's out here disliking all the videos. He's a loser, and he knows it. That's why he's out here stalking somebody. You don't want to be like that guy. Get out your mama's basement, boy. Step outside to the real world. Mom, I can't wait to Christmas. The only thing I want for Christmas is to dislike whatever video he drops on Christmas, and I'm going to do it all the way up to New Year. Alright. So now, give me a second. It's not easy multitasking, but somebody's got to do it. Where's my word pad? Okay, good. This lady doesn't stop. Alright, now. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be right with y'all. Alright. Un momento, por favor. That means 1 minute, please, in Espanol. Alright. So now let's go back to your natal. First house, ruled by Aries. Aries is all that energy. Can be aggression and ambition, focus. That rules the first house. But the first house is your personality, but ruled by Aries. So you have a lot of energy there, and you have a lot of Eastern point energy. 20 will always be solar ascension. Let me just explain that to you. Give me a second. I want to make sure the other page opened up, because that's very important. Where are you? Oh, let me do this. Alrighty. Okay, good. Back. Alrighty, your video is now up. So what am I gonna do? Give me a second. Now what I'm doing right now, hold on. Right. Give me a second, just responding to another inquiry. All right. Come on, how come this thing is not doing what it's supposed to do? Finally. Now, what? Okay, yeah, I want to send you your part 1. So give me a second. Because I'm going to send you your part 1 and your paperwork. Now what I'm doing is looking on your, gotta look on your sheet. All right, yep. Get rid of this. Now I'm gonna take this sheet. It should have your name on it. Okay, what just happened? That was some strange stuff. Okay, give me a second. All right, I gotta put the link in there. This.
Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. I'm
Alright. There you go. Alright. Alright, now we can get back to your natal chart. I just sent you part 1. Alright, so 6 is love. That's the lovers. 9 is when the two come together. And the reason why they're telling you this, because Aquarius is about submission. See, if you see like Aquarius and Aries, or you see Aries and Aquarius, it's saying it's a time for submission. And you got to remember what I said. This is when you get your natal chart right now, it's because now is the time you're supposed to get it. Because just years ago, we weren't really worrying about natal charts that much, and all this stuff, and all this twin flame stuff. It was never as predominant as it is now. But we're entering a new age. The vibrations on Earth are going. You see a lot of people getting exposed, a lot of corruption being exposed, all kind of stuff's going on. It's like the cleansing has already started. So now we want to know number 27. That's your Chiron, because Chiron is a healer. And again, I'm in your first house. And on your worksheet, your astrology worksheet is going to explain all of this as well. So people can always follow up with the information. And you have all the web links to follow up as well. That's why if you heard they said study and research. Like people just, it's time to change. That's what the angels are saying. That's what the universe is saying. They're gonna make the relationship hard. But back in the old days, that's how it was. The old timers know you ain't just meet somebody and jump in bed with them. Not this crazy stuff they doing now. You like will go on dates and stuff, hold hands. Your first kiss. Like y'all need to watch Happy Days. Go to YouTube or somewhere and watch Happy Days. That's how it was. You might date a girl 3-4 times. When I say girl, it's still a woman. But you might date 3-4 weeks, maybe a month or two before you got your first freaking kiss. And it was like the most important thing in your life. Like she kissed me and stuff. Now you weak. If you ain't hitting that like the first or second date, you weak. You must be gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I always have to say that disclaimer. All right. So so all the angels is taking people back, and people going crazy because they want answers, but they're not gonna necessarily give you the answers you want because they're trying to teach you patience. All right. Now what I was, oh, I'm looking for number 27. Give me a second. We're almost there, folks. Unification and duality is number 27. That's when the two come together. So that's what your first house is all about. Your first house is all about being together, the love, coming together. Then if you notice, your second house is really about finances. But the reason why Pisces is there, because they want you to use your intuition. And what they're trying to tell you is they already taught you about money. They already taught you how to make money. But now they kind of want you to change it into a spiritual career, like an intuitive career. That's why Pisces is in your second house. Your third house is about communications. And look what they got. Why do you think Aries is there? Why do you think Aries is there? And why do you think Mercury is there, the great communication planet? Why? Because Aries wants to go. Aries don't want to communicate. Aries don't want to surrender. But yet in your first house, which is ruled by Aries, is Aquarius. Because they're telling you it's time to surrender. And accept your soul journey is with your soul, your twin soul, really. Oh, and okay, let me just explain this really quick. The moon is reincarnation, lunar reincarnation. That means you die, your soul gets sucked up to the moon, comes back down. Now, if that sounds crazy, what you need to do is go to YouTube in the search engine and type in moon reincarnation or moon soul reincarnation and watch the videos come up where they explain it to you. Because some of this stuff will sound crazy until you research it, and then you'll see how seriously really. We believe the junk they told us for decades, but we're in a matrix, and most of the stuff we learned from these powers that be is a bunch of crap. It's a lie. And I meant that. It's a bunch of crap. Bucko. So I'm sorry, I'm having my happy days moment right now. So anyway, so that's the moon reincarnation, lunar reincarnation. But now that's the Old Testament. Oh, the Old Testament was all about darkness and the moon, and the festivals were on the moon. The Passover was on the full moon. So it's about the moon because it's about reincarnation. That's why they say the law is death, because that's what reincarnation is. You never ascend back to source. You just keep reincarnating over and over again. And that's why when Jesus came, he had to make that little sly hint. Oh, John the Baptist. Remember what he said? How many of y'all remember what Jesus said? Oh, John the Baptist is the greatest person on earth. But the least person in heaven is greater than John the Baptist. Because he was telling you, these people that are going to keep reincarnating, they're never going to ascend. So then in John chapter 3, he went on to say, told Nicodemus came to him at the nighttime. And they started talking about serpents. All that's reincarnation. The serpent chasing his tail, reincarnation. The serpent shedding his skin, reincarnation. But he basically told Nicodemus, I'm not interested in what you're talking about. You're talking about earthly things. I'm talking about heavenly things. He said, if you want to get to the Father, you got to go through me when I'm lifted up. So now he's talking about solar ascension. And that's why they call him the sun, the S-O-N, but they also call Jesus the S-U-N, the sun. They also call him the day star. He has a morning star. He has a star in the east. They call him the morning star. So all this is solar ascension. So your Bible is really like an astrological, metaphysical book. So the goal is the solar ascent and get back to source. But most people choose this world. They get too caught up in this, like the whole twin flame thing. They don't realize that your whole twin flame phenomenon is supposed to teach you how to solar ascend. But both of them are caught up. Even if one says, oh, look, I surrender. I just want to be with my twin. I want to do what the universe says. But they still don't realize it's about solar ascension, which is why we try to tell them to do research. But a lot of them, they just wonder, where's my twin? When I be with my twin and stuff. But it's way deeper than you, and it's way deeper than your twin. So now, that solar ascension, that's solar ascension versus moon reincarnation or lunar reincarnation. And then with the Aries is just, I want my way. But they had to slow you down So you learn how to realize you have a soul. Okay, so now the soulmate. Now, when a source or spirit comes into our material world, it creates a soul in order to be material into the material world. Everybody on that soul is a soul group, and believe it or not, everybody could get along. Almost any one of them could be in some type of relationship if they wanted to. That's why if we didn't have all this petty racism and gender stuff and distrusting people, we could get along. All of us could get along because all of us have something in common. It's all part of a soul group, believe it or not. That's why many, many years ago, people would leave their houses locked, never lock their house, leave. You could leave your house and be gone for 4 or 5 days and come back and everything would be there. Not now. You could, depending on where you live, you could barely leave your house and come back in 2 minutes with that door unlocked and think somebody ain't ran up in there already. So when that soul is created, the soul goes down. Let's just say it was 8 slices like a pizza. 7 slices go down. Those are all your soulmates. But that 8th slice gets cut in half. That's your twin soul. You can only have one twin soul. Yin yang, positive, negative. Now, most people will tell you twin souls usually never meet, or if they meet, it's only for a brief, but they never really meet. And a lot of astrologers haven't caught up yet. That's why a lot of astrologers will go, I don't believe the twin flame because it's not supposed to be like that. And you even have tarot card readers or readers say, I don't know about twin flame. I don't know what this is all about. But you have thousands of people up on it. Like if you do a really good video, or if they never heard of you, you can get like 6,000, 7,000 hits. That's how many people out here searching for it. Because it's a phenomenon they don't understand. But the reason why it's so big now, because this world is coming to an end as we know it. This whole age is about to close up. Just like your numbers kept saying, oh, it's about to end, a new beginning and all that. So it's there. You could just, in the politics, is there. People that was ruling, running, they were supposed to be keep on running, they got overthrown. Wherever you look, crime is being, corruption is being exposed. All kind of crazy occultism is being exposed. Stuff they've been doing for years and been getting away with it. All of a sudden now, it's becoming public notice. Because the age is changing. So now what people have to realize is you can't stay in third dimensional thinking. So in order for God to get your attention, He's got to tell you about your twin soul and stuff like that. And that's why in your Bible, before God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, again, the twins, He had to send 2 angels. Again, the twins. Lot had 2 daughters. Again, the twins. Revelation chapter 11, the 2 witnesses come down. The twins call fire from heaven. The end. And then God says, come up hither, the ascension, the twin soul ascension. Even when they talk, oh, this whatever, had 2 horns like a lamb, and he could call fire down from earth. Once again, the 2 horns is the twins, and the fire coming down is the end of the age. Give me a second, I'm trying to read it real quick. All right. So now they got Aries in your communication sector, because they're communicating. You gotta learn how to communicate, because they're getting you ready to be able to communicate with your twin, because that's essential. And that's why when you have your natal chart and you begin to trust the universe, you let the universe deal with your twin, because your twin could be acting all up, all kind of crazy. All right, give me 1 second. I just want to see what this says. Oh, that's a county or country? Yeah, this say county. Yeah, but I told her, because I thought I spelled it wrong. I said I need your county, because I do. They're so strict. Like you can't just say where you're from, because then they're gonna ask county and jump, and they be giving you like 10 different options and stuff. So I gotta try to get this county. Give me 1 moment, because what I'm trying to do now is just get everything situated so nothing gets forgotten. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. put this on pause. I'll be back. All right, so let's continue. So they have you have Aries in the third house because you got to communicate. There will be no real twin flame union without that communication. So again, if people want to stay in the third dimension, I just got to be totally honest. A lot of females like to play hard to get, and a lot of females think the guy's just supposed to either make them feel a certain way or say a certain thing or something. But they got to come out of that. They gotta stop that vanity, because that could be the biggest holdup. Because he may not be the greatest talker. Like he might not be really good with stuff like that. But that's who you're supposed to be with. That is your soulmate. That is your twin soul. And remember, a soulmate can't be a twin soul, but a twin soul can be a soulmate. A soulmate is just somebody that was in your soul group when y'all came down from source. But twin soul is actually the opposite you, the yin, the yang, the male, the female, the positive, the negative. The opposite. That's a twin soul. A twin and a twin flame. Same thing. Soulmate is just somebody you came down with. But you could have, but unfortunately, a lot of people have a way better relationship with their soulmate than they do with their twin. With twin flame, the more you begin to trust each other, and you just gotta really, it's a surrender. That's why you see them really bullying Aries, because Aries ain't gonna make you surrender. Aries is saying, I don't like the way this feels. I don't like the way this feels. I don't care what the universe is saying. I don't like the way. I'll try it, but I really don't feel comfortable. That's why the best example of twin flames on YouTube is Twin Flames Era. I believe it's Twin Flames Era, plural. And they did 6 videos. And you can see that that's a real twin flame couple. But they made 6 videos and then they separated. And you haven't seen them back. And I was hoping they'd come back, but now I'm starting to have my doubts to be. And I really want them to come back. I've been praying over it and everything. I go to the website, I pray over it. But I don't know. I don't know. But I said, yeah, by January 31st. I said by January 31st, 2017, 11:59 p.m. They would at least, I said at least one of them will come back and make one video, because it would be cool. Because I think it's kind of really cold that you guys came out and said that you would. It's singular. You guys called you, and I'm at their site. I'm talking to them. You both came out and said you were Twin Flame Era. Twin Flame Era. You were supposed to teach us about twin flames. You made 6 videos in a 1-year period, and then left us confused. But if you see in their videos, they always was together. But there was nobody hugging nobody, no holding hands, no sign of affection, because that's how it could be. And he always was talking about pain, and whenever he would say how painful it was, she just looks at him like, stop being such a wuss. But no, if you're a sensitive male, an indigo, or a crystal child, it will be painful. Believe me, I've been there. That was the worst thing I ever did in my life. And they don't understand that, and the women still don't understand that. But what you women need to understand, he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. That's why he doesn't tell you off. It's not that he's wimpy or soft. You're just evil. Like, you gotta have your way. You gotta make him feel it. So you gotta get payback. Instead of just learning how to be quiet and talk, communicate. And he would be so different if you just did that. And I know it's hard because you can't win. As a woman, if you're aggressive, then the world says, oh wow, they call you the B word. And then if you're too submissive, they say, why aren't you more supportive? I know it's hard, but you got to slow down. That's why I keep saying none of this has to be rushed out. The angels are in control. You don't have to rush anything. You have to learn how to trust the angels. But you have to learn how to support your twin. That's it. Just like if you were in the military, you're going to have to learn how to support whoever they match you up with. If you're an officer, you're going to have to learn how to support your partner. Simply put. So if you could do it everywhere else, how come you can't do it in a relationship with your twin soul? And the moment that's met, when he feels like you are talking to him, y'all will start growing. And he's got to do the same thing. He's got to work on relating to you. But you got to start somewhere, and it may not be easy. But once you get past that, then that passion or everything, it'll be unbelievable. The love making will be unbelievable. The passion will be unbelievable because you finally broke that fear. Because all it is fear. It's fear and hurt and uncertainty. So now your Mercury's at 777, which is perfect harmony. Again, because they have to slow that Aries down. Aries has got to be slowed down. because Aries is going to keep running. That's what Aries does. And the number 26 is the struggle to become united between the two. One, two, three, four. That's your fourth house. And again, that's your third house. 1, 2, 3. That was the house of communications. The fourth house. Now you got Taurus there. And that's family, education, vehicles, the heart. It could be mother, real estate, property. Now, you see you got a lot of activity. Now, the good news is Lilith is not retrograde. Because if Lilith was retrograde, that would be more things you would have to work on. So Lilith is not retrograde. That's the feminine aspect of the twin soul union. She's not retrograde. This house is ruled by Cancer. You got 15 at the sun, which is good because that's solar ascension. Because again, you're trying to solar ascend. You're trying to break off from the moon and go up. And that's why the moon, what's going on in your fourth house is a court trial. Because if you notice, the moon is at 8 degrees. That's your 8th house. Your 8th house is your soul. So the moon is saying, hey, I got their souls. They're gonna lunar reincarnate. They're gonna moon reincarnate again. And the sun is saying no, they're gonna solar ascend. And the sun trumps the moon. If you read Genesis chapter 1, a greater light to rule the day and a lesser light to rule the night. So the sun will always trump the moon, and the sun is showing up in your fourth house saying they're coming with me. And Lilith is there too, giving the okay. See, because if she was retrograde, she could say they can't solar ascend because I felt a certain way. I didn't feel in the past life they didn't make the feminine side. They didn't make the feminine aspect of the soul union. They didn't treat me right. So no, I don't want them to ascend retrograde because she wants payback. But she's there saying, okay, they can ascend. Solar said the sun is saying at 59, we're gonna ascend. We're gonna ascend. And the moon is saying at 8. The moon is trying to base up, but it can't. And then the moon also rules Cancer, which is the fourth house that rules the fourth house, which is the nurturer. So the moon's got to stand down at the end of the day, and not only stand down, but the moon has got to accept help with the ascension. He's got to help with the nurturing and all that in the relationship. This is one of the reasons why Hannah says learn about the moon cycles and stuff, because she understands reincarnation. And then also Taurus is what? Your money house. Now, keep in mind the moon also influences Pisces. The moon makes Pisces psychic, and that's who's in your second house, your money house. So I'm trying to show you how all this has to do with how you treat your soul, your twin soul. And if you was real mean, you may have to pay for that. I'm going to say it once again. I take readings on myself. And when I take readings on myself, they still show me the state of affairs of my twin. Like if I'm on tarot.com and I'm just going through the 6 tabs, the tarot card will always like show her like in a very, depressed state, can't get to sleep and stuff like that, because that's karma. So don't think that Lilith just attacks men. She doesn't. If the female's in Aries, she'll attack her too. And Lilith don't play. Now, another seeing Taurus in the 4th house means you probably like the strong one in your family and you're loyal and stuff like that. And you may even handle financial matters in your family because Taurus represents the 2nd house of finances. Now we're going to the 5th house of romance, ruled by Leo. And there you go. It's a twin flame situation because there's Venus. And you see that number 2, so she's talking about the twin flames. And then you want to see what does number 26 mean? The struggle to become one. So again, they're working hard to bring you to one. And the 5th house is all about fun, romance, travel, taking risks, adventure. And if you notice, for some reason, they keep hitting your Cancer with 15. Because now your Mars is at 15. And this is the healing. So now they're healing you again with Virgo and Cancer. Being a nurturer, the healer. and then Mars is at 15. But what does 19 stand for? The marriage between the sun and the moon is 19. After repeated sorrows, and that's what Mars represents. The struggle, the fight, the Aries, because Mars rules Aries. So it's going to be problems. There's going to be problems, but now they're trying to heal the problem so that you can solar ascend, and that's number 19. And 19 can also mean the same as number 4 or Jupiter, which is like the two coming together, Jupiter, justice. Japan means death or murder, but that means surrender or death. I shouldn't say murder, but it should be death. That's Japan. Jew, or like Juko. Juko in Japan means death or surrender. And that's what you have to do. You have to say, no matter what, I'm going to bring myself in harmony with the universe. Even if this doesn't feel comfortable, I'm going to try my best. And that's what 27 means also, surrender. So when you get in your 7th house, and then there goes Leo again. Because it has to start, I guess, with romance. And that's what they're really trying. Because a lot of people are like, how can I fall in love with somebody that we're not romantic? So again, that's why you have to take your twin out. And you do have to lighten up. Like once your twin shows signs that they're trying to work, you really have to go out of your way to try to make that person sure that they made a good decision. And you're committed to it. You're committed to making it work or whatever. But it just can't be like, oh, the universe said we're twins and this and that. And it could be a lot of misunderstandings. Cause like my twin was just funny. She is a very unique person. I mean, like in the beginning, she meant well, but I done seen so many people smiling, and I didn't know nothing about twin flames, so I just didn't want to be bothered with it. I'm through with that shit. No disrespect. I'm doing other shit. Like in my earlier life, I did all that romantic stuff. Now I'm just done with it. So I didn't know no twin flame was coming. If I had known, I would have done it totally differently. And by the time I found out we was twins, and I was trying to show her, she just, she wasn't trying to hear it, all kind of crazy stuff. So I just sit there and just let her beat my ass, I figure I owed her that, you know what I'm saying? I just took it like a man. And y'all gotta know me. I'm not one to back down. Not really. But that time I just let the chick run all over top of me. But I do believe in karma and shit. So I figured maybe I had it coming. I don't know. Anyway, so you see Leo in the 7th house. And you got Vesta at 6. So that's a lot of energy. You got a lot of relationship energy coming from Vesta. 6 is the lover's number. Venus's number is 6 as well. And 666 is 18, which is real love. Just like 777 is 21, which is real harmony. So that's what you got going on, 22. And you see 22 and 53. If you go back to your sun, the sun was always also at 53. Now we know 22 is a twin flame number. Now we're going to see what 53 is. And 53 can be Mother Mary, Roses, which is my friend Rosary, which is my twin's name. Grace, Redemption, Isis, Justice, Balance, Harmony, meeting your karma or your karmic debt. So the reason why 53 is just like saying the mother, or you're going back to source, because everything came from the divine feminine, and everything will return to the divine feminine, especially when you're talking about solar ascension. Alright, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm just looking at something. I hope the information he gives me is correct, and I hope this, because I just hate when I go to do the natal chart and then they're just tripping. Because they'll give you like different counties and stuff, and you can't do it unless you know the county. Otherwise, it could be wrong. And you don't want to put all that work in and say, I'm not from that county, I'm from this county. Like, oh no. Alright, so we'll hope that works itself out. But it's possible, because some counties are named after the city itself. Alright, let me go. Don't worry, I'm going right back. Just trying to keep everything in order. Alright, so let's go back to the natal. So we got the 5321, and we can look up, let's look up 12 and 41, even though that's in a different house, but we'll look up 12 real quick. The twin souls united after the struggle, and then 41. karma complete, and individuals unite after the material struggle. So you had a lot of numbers showing that there'll be struggle, but also unification. Let's go back to the 7th house. Now there's Uranus. Now, and if you notice, you got Uranus, and then you have Vesta, and you had a vertex cross. The vertex cross, really, you can call that the soul portal. That's the best way I can explain it. But it's like a portal, and that's why I got the 22. So what I'm trying to say is it all came into the 7th house to unite, your relationship house. Now, Uranus is there. Uranus can mean independence or something sudden, like I told you. Like I got a couple, divine timing. They weren't talking. And all of a sudden, the guy fell out sick. So he fell out sick and close to death. That's something sudden. It wasn't expected. And for the very first time in a long time, he picks up the phone and calls her and says, you need to come see me because I'm really sick at the hospital. And they say I may not make it. So now she goes and now they're talking. So a lot of times when you see Uranus, especially in a setting like this, that's what it could mean. And that's why if you find yourself laid out, is because if they didn't lay you out, you would have kept running. So now they're going to lay you out and hit you with all this information and let you know you got a reason other than have been a career person. You have a reason for being here. So now they're letting you know what the reason is. And as they let you know that information, then all of a sudden you'll get more information on the soul. It's all divine timing. And remember, Uranus rules who? Aquarius. Again, submission. Uranus rules Aquarius, and it's all about... Aquarius means when the twins finally submit. Like when they're going to stop all the crazy stuff and they're going to really start to trust in the universe and ask the angels for help and work it out. Now you notice your Pluto is at number 1 in the 8th house with Virgo. So Virgo is going to be healing you. We keep talking about Virgo. That's Metatron is Virgo. So they're going to keep trying to heal your twin flame situation, your twin soul situation, and all the problems in your 8th house. Now on your worksheet, I write the long list of what the 8th house is about. So you really need to learn that. And if you notice, it's at 1, which means a new beginning, but it's also retrograde, which is talking about, well, Pluto retrograde can mean transformation. And if you notice, it's right after Uranus, because Pluto is going to hit you so hard externally that you have to change internally. And Pluto can also mean like past life, your past souls. So we're going to look at the number 41, which is with Pluto. And again, karma completed after the material struggle. So that's your 8th house. Your 9th house, which is your higher self house. You got 2 retrogrades. You got Juno and you got Libra. So this is your 9th house is all about the relationship. That's what Libra means. But they got to balance out. But now Pallas is retrograde because Pallas is trying to help you resolve past life issues. And the biggest past life issue you have is somebody was unfaithful. Somebody was unfaithful, you could tell, because of Juno. Juno is retrograde. And so Pallas is helping Juno because, again, you definitely better not have a little retrograde. And you got to wait. Like, she's not mad for some reason. She's not retrograde, but Juno is. So now you're dealing with, that's definitely a karma issue because they don't play with that unfaithfulness stuff. All right, so we're going to do it. I think I saw 12. 12 is the twins united after struggle. And let's do 11. Mastery after struggle. Like you just become really good after struggle. So still all about struggle, teaching you mastery or whatever. We did 12, 12. So let's do 10 is just the both of them coming together, 5 and 5. Involution, evolution, like positive, negative. So that's all 10 is, 5 and 5. 48 and 52. So that again, when the 2 unite, it's 48. When the 2 unite in 52, it is a fight and a struggle. But again, the fight and struggle, and they eventually unite. So they're looking for justice, and she's looking for karma, and that has to be brought out in this life. And then ironically, when you look at retrograde, you notice Jupiter is retrograde too. Because you can mess your money up. A lot of people don't realize that. If you have a lot of like retrogrades or past life problems, it could mess your money up or hold your money. And if you notice, Jupiter is right next to Ceres at retrograde at 22. And you notice why? This is all near your career sector. This is when you started seeing a whole lot of retrogrades among your career sector. Because that's why I'm saying they had to stop you. Because all that career running. And everybody knows it. Nobody's stupid. Even if you was in a relationship with somebody, if you're at your job a whole lot, you're always going to have that coworker or that person. It's always like, that's just common sense. One of the best Jackie Gleasons was his wife wanted to work. And he was like, no. Because he knew what would happen. You could call him insecure, but he knew what would happen. He said, if you're going to work, you're going to work at home. So she is working with her employer in the I guess in the kitchen or something. And Jackie Gleason, Ralph Cranton, he was in the bedroom listening to everything. And he was like, if I hear that typewriter stop, I'm coming in. So everybody knows, like, it's just going to be that way. So that if you notice what I'm saying, right, at your career sectors where you start having all these retrogrades. So now you got Scorpio in your career house. And that could mean a lot of things. The most easiest interpretation is you would find a career dealing with 8th house matters, Scorpio matters, and twin flame stuff and soul matters. So now Neptune is always past life, but that's like your dreams and subconscious. Chiron is trying to hide. That's Chiron. She's trying to nurture to solve this. And then you also got Jupiter, which is past life as well. I want to see one thing if I can. Give me a second. Daily. Because like I said, as soon as you hit that Scorpio, because the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, but then Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And then you got that retrograde, and then your whole stuff just went retrograde. And then you got Scorpio in your 10th house, which is supposed to be your career house, with a whole lot of retrogrades. And you're pretty sure you know it deals with your twin soul because you got Libra right there, and higher self, which is really the 7th house of relationships. But so, like I said, I don't know if you've ever had a career in something like that that deals with like the occult or the unknown. I don't know, but see, sometimes, like I said, even like card readers and stuff, that would still be a career. So maybe I don't know. I don't know what you was doing, but I'll put it this way: whatever you was doing, it kind of like it's got something with your soul, your twin. It definitely has something to do with your soul, your twin soul. But it gave you a lot of retrogrades, and it definitely, like in your 9th house, it definitely involves some type of infidelity. Now I'm saying that did that infidelity cause all those retrogrades? because that's how I would call it. Something went down as far as whether it was a little career or or something going on at your job or whatever. But Scorpio, so I don't know if it was I don't know if it was a soulmate, because a lot of times when somebody cheats on a twin, it's usually with a soulmate, because that's the only way I could call that. And this is like something and it kind of messed the money up, and then that's when Jupiter went. That's when Jupiter went retrograde, because you kind of messed the money up. Oh yeah, but see, it's just a hard call, because because Scorpio can deal with a whole lot of stuff. It can deal with like sex. It can deal with everything. But I'm gonna keep it 100. Whatever it was, that's what I'm just saying. Whatever it was, it messed up. It messed up your 10th house, your 9th house, and your 8th house. Because Scorpio is everything got messed up because of it. And if you said, "Where's my karma at?" All those retrogrades, because it went bam. Just look at Pluto retrograde, Pallas retrograde, Juno retrograde. Don't worry about the True North Node, because that's always retrograde. You don't have to worry about that one. Neptune retrograde, Ceres retrograde, Jupiter retrograde. So for all these people that think it don't matter, it do matter. And in your 11th house, which is supposed to be submission, they had to put Sagittarius in that house, because that's your higher self. Sagittarius should be your house 9. That's your higher self. But they had to put your Sagittarius in your 11th house, which is Aquarius, for healing. And then when we get to your 12th house, you got Capricorn there. Capricorn can be like Saturn, because yeah, you got Saturn there too, Saturn retrograde, because that usually means a lack of discipline. A lack of discipline, like somebody that's off the hook. And then you need to study Santos, and I'm gonna tell you why. That asteroid in your 12th house, which is good fortune. Notice how it's 2323. Well, that number 23 is a god incarnate. So you need to read Santos, because he tells you about the gods coming through Capricorn and Cancer. Because that's what I'm getting. It usually don't take me that long to figure stuff out. But it's like that's just that wild lifestyle, basically, at the end of the day. That like this person's off the hook. Which ain't bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, because a lot of people have been like that. But what they're trying to tell you is now, all these retrogrades, all these little auras, you got to address that, because that's all retrogrades that have to be addressed. For your number 8, house number 8, when you meet your soul, you got to really be committed to that soul union. And you just got to learn how to communicate. That's why you got the Mercury's going around. Anything with Mercury or Gemini, and Virgo's also like a healer, because you notice how you got Virgo in the 8th house, because Virgo is also a communicator because of Mercury. A lot of people don't know that, but you can do a lot of healing with communication. And then the ninth thing is your higher self, and that's why you see Palace, because you can work with your angels and things like that. And it can't be any infidelity, because that's karma. You got to meet that karmic debt. And then your 10th house, when they put Scorpio in it, Cause when you which they already told you got money coming. So but when you meet your karmic debt, which is with your twin soul, who is also your soul mate, you'll also have that Jupiter, that back money. Because that 8th house is all about money that's owed to you from a previous life. So you got to be a nurturer as well. And then again in the house of dysfunctions, which is basically, people just running wild at the end of the day. Then you have to have discipline, and then you also have to learn about the guys that come from Capricorn and Cancer, because you got the incarnate number with Capricorn in your 12th house. That's another reason why people be off the hook, because they see themselves higher, And if you go back to some of the readings that were said, they said, well, this person can be somewhat perceived as being bossy. He basically said, he might not have used those exact same words, but I heard him when he said that. But I just listened to it. I didn't say nothing. I wanted to see the natal chart. But now you can see if a person is higher than human and they come through the human, they're gonna think they're higher. Like when you be hearing about pharaohs and all that, that's because they wasn't from this planet. When you really study when these people came and they set up these great kingdoms and made the people do it, that's because they wasn't from this planet. They came to this planet. There's a difference. But they always said, I'm a god, or I'm higher than you people. I'm smarter than you. I got better leadership than you. I'm a god, and they would make the people worship him and stuff. So you can study that. You just study Santos. All right, so that's the main thing. So let me sum it up. They stopped you because that was the only way to get your attention. And the reason why that bullet missed you, because that was like a humbling thing. It's kind of like, wow, I could have died. And it humbles you a little bit. And what did she say? Y'all heard her. I'm still going. And she been through a lot. She been through car accidents and shit. Talking about, I'm still going. And they know that. That's why they letting you know. You got to slow down because you're here for a different purpose. But they're letting you know everything is going to work out well. Just what you're supposed to. Make sure you deal with the best. Especially when you're dealing with medical. Deal with the best. And they told you you don't really have money worries from what I was seeing. And deal with the best. Stay prayed up. Don't make that mistake of thinking you're going to be able to go through all this without getting the help of God, His presence, the angels. And everything on your chart, natal chart that has that aura, is something that has to be addressed as in this life. And Jupiter will change. You don't have to worry about Jupiter too much because they already said you got money coming. But whatever you got more coming when you unite with your twin. So that's something you got to take seriously if you plan on solar ascension. But they're working really hard for you to solar ascend. But those retrogrades have got to be addressed. So that's it. If you have karmic debts, it would be with those retrogrades. Now, that's it. And again, if you want to know more, you might want to take advantage of that past life information that is on your chart, on this report you're about to get it. It'll be in that report about past life. If you know how to type the coordinates in and the data that they're asking you for because you have it, then you should be able to do it. And if not, I offer it as a service. But I gave it to you so you would know how to do it. So that's it. And is anything else, I'll wait till you get this information, go over it. And anything else, we'll deal with it at that time. Okay, if anybody else is interested in any of these services you see out here on Archangel, Revelations and Prophecies 444, seen and heard on YouTube, and wherever else they put my videos, you can contact me and we can get started. With some people, it was kind of like a misunderstanding. Like me, I'm just really just showing you what's on your natal charts and stuff like that. And we can do angel card readings, but I know to stay in my lane. Some people get really ambitious and get really greedy. You burn yourself out, or I'm not really about that. I'm trying to just get people to understand this is about you realizing that you have a brain, and I'm not being funny, but you have a brain and you can think your way out of some stuff. and don't just expect somebody else, because you're cheating yourself out of your experience. You know what I'm saying? So just learn how to get the information, and then learn how to start thinking and using it. And don't be afraid to take some walks and fall and stuff like that. And if you need like an update or something like that, that's good. But you don't want to get to the point where you say, "Oh, where's my twin? Help me with my twin. My twin, tell me this and tell me that," because you're not using your brain. It's almost like you're obsessed and you're almost like a robot, and you're going all over the internet trying to get somebody. But once you get the basics of what this is all about, you got to start standing up on your own and walking. And that's for your benefit, because I'm not really helping you. And I didn't come to planet Earth to rip people off. I could have stayed where I was at. I was in abundance. So I didn't come here for that. So I'm just trying to get people up on their feet to know what's going on, and then they can move forward. And if they need updates from now and then, or a question here or there, that's cool too. But I'm not really trying to make you be like, I'm not like a drug pusher. A drug pusher wants you to be dependent. And I guess if you're about the money, you would be like that. That's called sales. That's called marketing. I'm not really down. Somebody just recently said, "Oh yeah, I could help market you." And when did I ever say I wanted to be down with marketing? So it is what it is. So that's my goal. So I just try to get that understanding with people now, because I gotta do what I gotta do. And I'm not the type of guy that's gonna keep, like, somebody just kept emailing me and they were just talking just crazy. And I tried to help them a few times, but I could tell they wasn't listening to the information, and they want to keep bitching about my twin, why, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but at what point are you gonna stand up like an adult and realize to get on with your life? You can't make somebody like you. And what, every time he says something on his Facebook page, you're gonna send me something for a reading? I don't think so. Like, you're gonna have to stand up on your own at some point. That's called being an adult. So it's no sense in me, I would be a word my sister says, you're something they say, you're enabling him. You're an enabler. Because they wouldn't be able to do that if you stop tuning into that. So that's all. So my goal is to show people, give you your natal charts, angel card readings, stuff like that, and get people situated. And if they want to go further, because once you got the natal chart, again, you can go further with it. But the truth of the matter is, no matter where you run and no matter who you pay, you are going to have to learn to deal with it as an adult at some point. And you're going to have to learn how to stop whining about it and worrying about everything a person's doing. Get on with your life. Do what I said. Make sure they know your twins. Make sure they can contact you if they want to. Make sure they know where to go if they ever want to study the information. That's all you can do. Now, if they're more talkative and they don't mind going out, then that's different. And maybe you could go out. But still, that's the main stuff they have to know. So when stuff gets crazy and y'all separate, at least they know how to contact you and they know how to look the information up. Because as crazy as it sounds, it may seem like they're not going to do it at first, but the universe is going to be pounding them and pounding them. That's why you see Neptune. Neptune is their retrograde. Why? Because Neptune is hitting this person with their past life of everything. So whether this person's sleeping or whatever in their subconscious, they are being told over and over again, you do have a twin soul. You two have got to unite. You have got to address this karmic debt. And then they have to be willing to do so. Because until that person's willing to do so, it ain't going to be no union. And the funny thing is, even if the two finally do surrender and come together like Twin Flame Era did, they still have to learn how to open up to each other, hold each other's hands, talk more, be honest with, trust each other more, hug more. They've got to get to that point where they finally just stop doubting and stop hurting and let that person in. And then that's when, bam, the fire comes on. Now you really got the twin flame passion and error. Because then that's when that's just start, I can't live without you. And they both know that. Nobody else is that important to me. This is the person I want to be with. But it takes a lot to get there, which is why you see Aries, the ambitious one. Ain't nobody going to tell me this. And ain't nobody gonna, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And it's all this egotism, all about you. And you want this person to love you, but you keep telling that person it's all about me. And they can't. Because you're telling me to love you unconditionally, but you're not loving me unconditionally. That just sounds stupid to me. And me, I'm not with this beat. I've been here long enough. I've been through hell and back wherever I go. So I'm not with it. And I'm not afraid to tell God or whoever, I'm not with it, because it's not making no sense to me. And I'm respected because I've been doing this for a long time. And that's why people that really see what I do, they know. It's not me bragging. It's just me telling the truth. Anywhere you go, if you was in the military and you put in decades of service, you might see a general, but that general knows you. He know you done got the Purple Heart medal 2 or 3 times. He know you done fought off shit by yourself. He know you stayed alive when they thought you was dead. And they went looking for you and they found you was still alive and shit. Like, well, how the hell this nigga still alive? You got respect. So you could say stuff to a general that somebody else couldn't because they know you. So that's what's up. And by me doing what I do, if you really understand the book of Enoch, when God said that the humans had disobeyed him, and he said he's going to let the fallen angels destroy the humans, and the angels in heaven were crying, telling God, let us come down and help those humans. And God said, no, they can't come. They're not going down because these humans didn't obey me. Now they're going to get what they deserve. And the angels kept begging God, crying, let us go down and help these humans. And then God finally said, okay, some of y'all can go down. Gabriel was one, Michael, and a couple of some other archangels and some angels. Now, whether that's a true story or not, I don't know. But I know there are people here helping y'all. And if they weren't here, y'all would have been destroyed. Y'all would have either destroyed yourself or you got all kind of crazy stuff on this planet. Just lying to y'all through your medias and everything. Y'all would have been destroyed if it wasn't for angels and stuff that came out here fighting for y'all. So, I try to make that perfectly clear. This is Gak. God bless.